until the moment they walked into the courthouse to file for divorce. The husband still thought his wife was just throwing a tantrum, but the wife pulled out the papers and asked for divorce right away. After 30 days of waiting, she could get the final divorce certificate. Their son suddenly kicked his mom and said he was glad she was leaving. From now on, he would only call the mistress his mom, and the three of them would become a new family. Facing his cruel words, the woman calmly wished him well. Then she turned around and walked away without looking back. The husband still thought it was a joke. He even swore that within 3 days, she would come back crying and beg to return home. But when he saw his wife wearing a designer gown at a party, and holding another boy's hand, he and his son finally realized she was really gone. Just days earlier, the husband and son had a car crash with the mistress, and by coincidence, the wife was the doctor who treated them. Later the son wanted to take down the wedding photo of his parents, and replace it with a picture of him, his dad, and the mistress. The husband not only agreed but encouraged it, seeing them happy together. The wife thought outsiders might mistake them for a real family. The son even shouted that he wanted the mistress as his mom, because she spoiled him with food and games, while his real mom was always strict. Hearing this, the wife lost control. She burst into the room and caught her son drinking milk tea. Knowing he couldn't have too much sugar, she tried to stop him, but the boy pushed her away, saying she was too controlling. Then he ran into the mistress's arms. The wife's heart sank. Years of raising him with love couldn't compare to a single cup of milk tea. She finally understood her efforts meant nothing to them, so she decided to let go and set them free. The husband still believed she would return in hours. The next day, after spending time with the mistress, he came home and saw breakfast on the table. He smirked, thinking his wife had made it to please him again, but after one bite, he spat it out and yelled at the maid. Why wasn't the egg half done like usual? The maid calmly said the meal was her cooking. His wife hadn't been home at all. The man was furious, thinking she was daring to stop cooking for him. He wanted to see how long she could hold out. When the son learned his mom wasn't home, he jumped with joy and asked the maid for a sandwich, but after one bite, he spat it out too, saying it didn't taste the same. The maid explained that the wife used to wake up before dawn to prepare the fillings for him, something she could never copy. The man realized without his wife, they couldn't manage, so he asked his son to call her home. Just then, he got a message from his wife. He thought she was apologizing, but it was a divorce agreement. Shocked, he rushed to her workplace, accusing her of being jealous of the mistress's beauty. The son even said he wanted the pretty lady as his mom. The wife's heart broke. She said she would step aside and let them be a family, but her words enraged the husband. He grabbed her by the throat and slammed her against the table. Her hand was cut and blood poured out. The son coldly said she deserved it, then left happily with his dad and the mistress. Now the wife finally saw their true faces. She felt her 7 years of marriage were wasted. All her sacrifices were worth nothing to them. The next day she went to the courthouse again. Her husband and son were already waiting there. The husband still boasted that if she knelt and begged, he would forgive her, but the wife cut him off and urged the staff to hurry. She didn't want to stay with these ungrateful people one more minute. The staff announced, since the wife gave up the house in custody, she would receive $20 million in divorce assets. She felt relieved. Her monthly salary was only around $8,000. Even if she worked day and night, she could never earn that much. Leaving this man was the best deal she ever made. The son kicked her and said once she left, he would throw away all family photos and replace them with pictures of his dad and the mistress. He then held their hands